Hi, this is Jo from Jo Willie Media. It's been a manic few weeks at Jo Willie Media HQ, so apologies for the radio silence, but I'm here with you again with some more top tips. I've been doing absolutely loads of media training lately, and that's what I'm going to chat to you about today, but more specifically about the messaging that clients are using. I've done loads of this in my sessions, and it just made me really remember just how important those key messages are. Companies spend a long time coming up with these messages internally, but what they don't do, I think, is then test whether they stand up to scrutiny for both the media and also for the wider public that they're trying to reach with those messages. So for you guys as PRs, when you're working with clients, you really need to be making sure that they have tested those messages and that they are going to be doing the job that they're intended to be doing, which is raising awareness of a certain topic for the company. As a journalist, I don't want to hear about a company's heritage or that they're doing good in this country or that country. All I want is a story. I say this time and again to you guys, but it's true. I'm only interested in a story. So any messaging that's too internal then doesn't translate externally, and it isn't of interest to journalists. So it's something to bear in mind as you're going along with your PR strategies with your clients. Top tips. I've got about 8 for you about how to make key messages impactful and that they are that they're standing up to scrutiny as you go forward. So my advice would be for every company to take a step back from the internal messaging and see what it's saying, how it's standing up from the external point of view. And again, you guys as PRs, you need to do the same. Are those messages meeting the client need? Yes, they have to, of course, that's your job. But are they then meeting the external need? So look at the key messages, look at how they can be simplified and strengthened. Key messages focus all communication, but they have to do it in an engaging way, using impactful and emotive language. So think about what the story is from that messaging. So what news can you create from those key messages? What's making those messages stand out? If it's a new campaign, because they want to move into a different space, what's the interesting bit about that? What's that development going to mean for patients, for example? Think about it in a different way. And also think about what journalists want to know. I've given you a bit of a hint there. We always want how it's going to change things, how it's going to influence things, how it's going to impact on patients. All of those questions are automatic ones for us, so be thinking about those when you're helping develop key messages. And also consider who needs to hear the message for the outreach to have been a success, if that makes sense. So, if it's about trying to encourage more people to get checks or try different treatment routes, the people you need to be reaching with those messages are those patients. So is the messaging going to resound and interest and attract them to it, and are they going to hear it, which is the most important thing. And once you've agreed the messages, you need to go back to them. How can you simplify them even more? Cut out unnecessary words, unnecessary information, buzzwords, jargon, fad words, farmer speak, particularly. And then think about what words you can use to, rejig the sentences and add more impact. So they're my top tips. I've lost count. Maybe you counted. I'm not sure. It was about 8, 7, something like that. But I hope they've been helpful. So key messaging, really important, but make sure it stands up to scrutiny when it leaves the office. And I look forward to speaking again to you all again soon. Take care. Bye.